Big news in Soccer City today, as not one but two members of the Portland Thorns will be representing the U.S. at the Olympics this summer. Forward Sophia Smith and midfielder Sam Coffey will both make their Olympic debut. Thank you for joining us here at noon. I'm China Green. That announcement came down at around 8 this morning. The Thorns posted this on their Instagram page this morning saying a dream is now a reality, and congratulations to both players on their accomplishments. Now, this will be Coffey's first major tournament with the national team. Smith was on the World Cup team last year and is one of the star players on the team. Smith and Coffey will head to Paris after the Thorns send-off match against the San Diego Wave on July 5th. They'll officially start their journey through the Olympic tournament on July 25th. Now to some look at the wildfires burning in our area, starting with a wildfire out of Deschutes County called the Darlene 3 fire. This video right here from Clackamas County Fire showing crews leaving for Central Oregon to help fight that fire. This comes as Governor Tina Kotek invoked the Emergency Conflagration Act, which allows additional fire support to assist local responders. The fire has now grown to 2,400 acres and is 30% contained. Both Level 3 and Level 2 evacuation orders are in effect for the Lapine area. Last night, the Red Cross said that they would be staffing an evacuation shelter at Lapine High School, and an animal shelter has also been set up at the Lapine Rodeo grounds to help with the evacuation of livestock and other small animals. We also have an update on the wildfire burning in Wasco County near Maupin. Central Oregon Fire says the Long Bend fire is now 60% contained. That fire has spread to more than 1,000 acres and spans over 10 miles. About 100 people in the area are still under Level 2 evacuation orders. And the Pioneer Fire along Lake Chelan has now burned more than 4,600 acres and is 0% contained this afternoon. The estimated cost for the fire has already reached $35 million and is expected to smolder until late October. This is the evacuation map for that area. As you can see, all levels have been activated for the northeast side of the lake. Let's bring in meteorologist Rod Hill. Rod, you say that you have a weather warning for a good amount of southern Oregon. Yeah, that's what's highlighted in red here. So this is generally just south of what we often refer to as Central Oregon. Goes down to the Klamath Basin. There's Lakeview. Burns is the northern end and then swings up into Ontario. And again, when we have these red flag warnings or fire weather warnings this time of the year, it simply means that should there be a wildfire ignited from a spark or lightning or what have you, that conditions are such that the blazes would quickly spread. And often it's because of wind. And again, down in the Lakeview area back into Klamath Falls, wind gusts as high as 40 miles per hour are anticipated this afternoon into this evening. So that's why that area is being watched very carefully. Back to Central Oregon, where of course we're watching the fire, where the progress has been good up around Maupin at over 60% contained, as we just heard, and also the fire outside of Lapine. Temperatures mid-70s to 80 in Central Oregon today, partly sunny. Had some traces of rain already earlier this morning. West breezes 10 to 25 miles per hour, probably the one element of today's actual weather that firefighters would have some concern over. Here's the radar satellite. We have some thunderstorms popping out near the Idaho border. We have pretty much solid cloud cover here on the west side. It looks like there's a weather system trying to march inland, but the rain has been mainly fizzling near the Washington coast and then moving up to the north. You do have sun by the time you get out into the Central Gorge. Here's Indian Creek Golf Course in Hood River. I mean, that's sunny blue, right? But we haven't seen any sun here in Portland since early this morning. We're at 67. I have today's high at 74. Later today, there could actually be some traces of raindrops. China? All right, Rod, we'll check in with you in a bit. Let's get into some other local headlines we're tracking for you. One person is dead after a shooting in North Portland this morning. Portland police say they responded to reports at around 5:30 this morning of a shooting near North Atlantic and Buffalo Street. When they got where they found a man dead on the scene. Off camera, KGW spoke with witnesses in the area, several reporting hearing 6 to 8 shots. Another said that they saw 3 people run away from the scene. Portland police say the suspect took off and no arrests have been made. An update on the shooting at a Cowlitz County RV park last week that left 2 people dead. The Cowlitz County Sheriff's Office says 86-year-old Ronald Brandt shot and killed the park's owner, 56-year-old Timothy Russell, at the Streeters Resort in Silver Lake near Castle Rock. They also say Brandt shot at Russell's wife but missed. Then they say he went to another trailer and tried to shoot another woman, but his gun jammed and wound up assaulting her. Investigators say Brandt eventually shot himself. And TriMet has announced a tentative 4-year contract with workers who are part of the local union. They say new contract includes 13% wage increase over 4 years, yearly tuition reimbursements for employees attending school, and a monthly childcare subsidy, among other things. The new contract will go into effect this December, pending approval from TriMet's board of directors. And those are some of your local headlines. An update on a recent shooting involving police. The Vancouver Police Department released new video that shows officers responding to a man who's accused of threatening people with a gun. Earlier this month, this happened, and the footage shows the moments that led 4 officers to pull the trigger on the suspect. KGW's Catherine Cook has the details.
He turned around and came back over here and said he had a problem and pulled the gun out.
Can I get additional units here, please?
Bodycam video from Vancouver police shows what happened just after midnight, June 17th. Officers responded to Northeast 28th and Andreessen.
Did you think he was going to shoot you?
Yes!
That's where several people reported a man with a gun in a McDonald's parking lot, brandishing the weapon during a verbal exchange.
And I'm like, is everything okay? And then he's like, mind your business. Mind your business, and that's when I seen you guys.
Police found the suspect 4 blocks away. They followed him at a slow speed for about 2.5 minutes and used their PA system to try to get him to stop.
This is the Vancouver Police Department. You are under arrest. You need to stop right now and submit. Show us both your hands. I can see your right hand in your pocket. This will not end well for you.
The suspect continues walking, then more warnings from the officer.
A dog will be used against you. 40 millimeter will be used against you. Stop now. Hagwood, I'm good with it, bro.
Officer Hagwood and his police canine Remy were also on the scene. Hagwood tells Remy to attack. As the dog makes contact with the suspect, the man appears to pull out a gun. We'll freeze the video here. You can see where police circled the gun in the suspect's hand. At that moment, 4 officers fired their guns, hitting 40-year-old Jonathan Nelson. He later died at the hospital. Catherine Cook, KGW News.
As part of the KGW Solution Project, we're highlighting a new shelter in Clackamas County that serves Native American families. The shelter was created with the help of nearly $2 million in funding from the county and the Metro Housing Program. The facility will be able to house 8 families and is the first shelter in the city geared towards serving specifically Native peoples in the Tri-Counties.
Coming from being homeless, I'm going to be helping them trying to get reorganized in the family structure as we know it as Native peoples. A lot of that kind of falls to the wayside when the home structure kind of falls apart.
In addition to a safe place to stay, families will also receive services to support a successful transition to housing. That includes things like help finding a job and help filling out apartment applications. Meanwhile, the largest affordable housing project built using money from Portland's housing bond is now open. The Hazel Ying Lee complex at Southeast 30th and Powell is named in honor of the first Chinese-American woman to fly for the U.S. military. There are 260 units on the site of a former strip club, from studios to 3 bedrooms. Some residents will also get help with services as they transition out of homelessness.